Hey, what's up everybody? And here we are again. Okay, completely different setup this week. So if there's anything weird with the stream on the sound or the video, anything, let me know. Because it's all set up. I'm streaming from the new 14-inch MacBook Pro with the Max chip and Ethernet, but I'm not sure how great the Wi-Fi stuff is in Monterey on these new machines. So if there's any weirdness, let me know. Hopefully, you'll see in the video from the new, shinier, higher res 1080p, I think it is, in the laptop. So I'm trying that one out this week instead of my normal external camera. Same microphone as always, though. A little bit of an echo because it's just out of shot. Because if I bring it down a little bit more, you can see, look at this. You don't want to see this. It's right in front of the laptop. So hopefully the echo is not so bad. And that's not going to drive me nuts and drive you nuts. Hope you all had a good weekend and a good week. Let's get into this. We are doing some more SpriteKit this week. And what I got here is where I was last time. I'm going to go ahead and run this. If you saw last week's stream, you will recognize this. If you didn't, you should go back and check it again. But I'll run through it quickly anyway. We're doing some fun with SpriteKit. SpriteKit, it was the first time I used it last week. And, what I got going on here is we got a couple of those sprites, right? We got like a shooting gun thing here and a missile. Really crappy graphics, but we'll get into that, right? Just to get started here. And this is the entirety of the code, really, to get things running for the most part. And what we need to do now is have it do something a bit more interesting. We need to have this bullet missile thing animated and moving up the screen, and then as it comes off the screen, we want it to come back on and fire again. You may recall last week we added the movements here. I'm clicking on my touchpad here to make it move. Something we'll have to do is change that at some point, right? Because we don't want to have to keep clicking like this. I should be able to put my finger on the screen and just have it so that it goes and keeps moving across until it gets to the edge of the screen until I take my finger off the screen. Now, notice right now it'll go off the screen, right? No bounds in place either. These are all things we've got to get into. I am literally going through this all step by step here. So I'm not doing anything off stream that you're not seeing. So that's why it's a bit crap right now, because I only spent an hour on it last week and I didn't know squat about SpriteKit. Let's get into this a little more here. All right. If you have any questions as I'm doing this, please feel free to jump in and let me know. Hopefully, like I say, hopefully the sound's coming through and everything's good. Please let me know if it's not, or for that matter, let me know if it sounds good. All right. Okay, here we go. So right now we need to do some animation. I did read an article this week that I think has given me a clue as to how to get this to work. I'll take a quick drink here. And I think what we'll do is probably extend the view controller is what I'm thinking, right? So what I'm going to do here, just sort of adjust my screen a little here. I'm actually running 3 screens, by the way, off this new laptop. It's working fabulous. Okay, so we're going to make an extension. Let's have a look here. I made myself a note. Extend the game view controller. So we're going to extend it, and I think what we want to do, let me think about this for a second. So the only thing we're going to animate right now is going to be the missile, right? And so as we're doing that, I think, if I remember rightly, I looked up this SK node stuff with the sequence. So let me go through, and I think if I remember rightly, there's a duration that we put in here. So I'm going to sort of do this from my notes and see if I can do this and get this working here. So our rocket, we need it to run for the duration. Nope, sorry. I see I've already got my note wrong here. Rocket.run sequence. And the sequence is going to be, let's get rid of this here. Over my notes where I made here, and we want the sequence to wait, because we don't want it to, if we let it run at its normal level, it's going to fly off the screen so quickly because of the frame rate. So we've got to slow it down here. So we're going to try this. Wait for a duration. The time interval, which is going to be a time interval let's wait. I think it's milliseconds. So we're going to do that, and we'll multiply that by 0.2. Here is the note I made. Can't remember why, but I've got that. Okay, and we want it to repeat forever. The action of moving up, right? We want it to move up the screen. So move, wait, and so on. I think you get the idea, right? Okay, so let's see. I think this is another sequence, and I think here. Is it position? Okay, so let's start this. Move to X. We're gonna want rocket. Oops. Dot X plus 1. These are, I'm going to guess these numbers. We're going to see if this works here. It may work. All right, plus 1, and then the duration of the interval. Let's do a 0.5. And then, oops, wait, do I need to? I think we got to do that. And then wait for duration again. Let's just put 2. All right, great, bunch of errors. Okay, let's start working through these. Oh no, Xcode's not even going to bring up the error now. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I'm an idiot. Need to make a function. Sorry. Animate rocket. And we're gonna give it we'll give it a name. Oh yeah. I'm so foolish. Okay. Rocket. Of type SK node. I think. No wonder I didn't get very far. Okay. And I think I messed that up there. The duration. I think I got one too many here. Getting there. We're getting there. And this object has no member move. Okay. Move to. Okay. Value of type SK node has no member X. All right. Rocket dot position dot X +1. That makes so much more sense. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. No errors. Okay. So now we've got to trigger this. And we're going to have this run when we first enter the scene. So scene.animate. Let's do this. Save that. Let's see if we get an error on a build. Okay. I deleted a character. Pop it. Does it build clean? All right. Scene.animate. Rocket, and the rocket needs to be rocket. What do we think? Is it going to work? Nope. Value of type SK scene has no member animate rocket. What? Game view class game view controller. There's one right there. I don't think this needs to be your UI. Right? Pretty sure I had that right the first. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. Not much. Is this even getting cold? Find out. Okay, it does get cold. Oh, let's check something here. Give me 1 second, folks. Oh, come on. Yeah, come on. Come on, iPad. You can do your thing. All right, that looks better. Just wanted to make sure that the stream was coming through okay, which it looks like it is. Excellent. All right. There we go. What up, folks? Okay. So, nothing's happening here. Ah, something happened. Okay, I saw it happen. All right. So, for starters, I want the Y, not the X. Duh. Fantastic. Everybody see that? I saw that. Okay. Now, the thing is, take that out. Okay, this is more like it, right? Here's the question. Do I even want it to wait? Maybe I just need it to go. That's exactly what I need. But I do want a slight delay there. So I'm going to put half a second, no, a third of a second. Hey, Nicholas, stream's working good. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. How you doing? We got an animated rocket there, as you can see. You've missed exactly one step and a whole bunch of really bad code. So, how you doing? Have a good weekend, buddy. So, I think what we need to do now is we only want to repeat this until it's off the screen. And once it's off the screen, we want it to jump back down again, right? So, let's do this. I'm going to start by doing a little bit of a debug here. It's going to be a bit irritating at first, but trust me. And what I'm going to do is I actually want to see the rocket position dot x, nope, y, not x. So it's going to be a bit weird. I'm going to have to loop through this a whole bunch of times, but I don't want that there. Peter, that was the wrong place to put that. It actually should have been at the beginning here. Can't put it in the middle. There we go. So the reason that I want it to do this every time. Oh, it didn't do it every time. I actually didn't. I wanted this. Let's think about this. What am I doing wrong here? Didn't even trigger, actually. Yeah. Oops. I'm going to put it at the end here. So the end of the function, I want to know where the rocket is at the end of it. But that's the start position here. That I do happen to know. Nicholas says weekend was good. Went by quick and had this SwiftUI review. Nice, from SwiftUI. Good, nice. Was you reviewing your own code or somebody else's? That's the question. Because if you was reviewing somebody else's, feel free not to pass it, right? I actually, dare I say it, spent the weekend learning to write some Electron code of all things. So some JavaScripty stuff, and then I knew I'd be getting back to this today, and I wanted to play with this damn thing all week that I'm doing here, but I promised you I wouldn't touch it, so I didn't. All right. So what I got to do is have it so that this will loop, but I need to stop this from happening somewhere. Let's try this. Gonna random guess some code on this one. Just get the feeling this is gonna go badly, right? Build failed, but it didn't say why. Oh. Xcode was a bit slow to mark on this one. This sequence is okay. That is not so. Does this sequence just run forever, and I can't put anything in there? That can't be right. Let's see if I can find some documentation. Okay. Where's my web browser? Stop a SpriteKit sequence. And is matched. Oh, hey, Coco Type. What you missed was exactly one thing, and a lot of things that didn't work. So, quick catch up here. What I've done, I created an extension to my view controller with this sequence, which I admit I fully don't understand the code on. And then I know what it's doing, I'm just not sure how. And then I just called that sequence up here and told it to run on view did load. So if you watch the simulator, you'll see the bullet, the missile, as soon as it starts, it moves up the screen. Right there, you go. You see it? Let's put a breakpoint in there. So there you go. So it does that, but it's all kind of, it just keeps doing it. I want to stop it when it runs to the top of the screen, but since I don't fully understand the code I'm looking at right now, this sequence that I've got set up here, right? This run sequence repeats forever, and I'm guessing that's not what I want. Actually, maybe that's the clue. Repeat. Create an action that performs an inverse kinematic reach. Maybe I don't even need any of this. Maybe I just need that. No errors. Same result. Okay, I'll take one less than a line of code, whatever that code is. Now, question is, though, I still want to intercept this, right? So it's going to move up there to that and run that sequence. But I want it to, when it gets to the top of the screen, I want it to reset to the bottom. Reach. Create an action that performs an inverse kinematic reach. I mean, let's see if let's see if my thoughts are right on this. So I wanted to perform an action. I think I put it in those. I think. Rocket dot position dot y equals blah 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 blah, and do that 5 times. Right here. Okay, I don't do that. I mean, I could look this up, but what would be the fun in that, right? Now convert value of type blue to expected argument type of an action. Okay, so something tells me that is, I was right here the first time. Let's Let's have a look. Let's dive into some research. Let's stop sknode dot move to when okay, this is completely unrelated. The first thing in the search, how to stop wood knots from bleeding through paint. Not what I'm looking for. I may need to know that one day. It's not today. Wonder if I put my print in there. The bad feeling about this. Hands up all those that think this is a terrible idea. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, no, that should be there. Because I've already learned if I put it there, that is not going to work for me. Yeah, it's just a starting position. Yeah, that sounds appropriate for the level of good SpriteKit docs out there. Oh, you're giving me hope now. Animate SpriteKit sknode over time. Let's try this again. A guide to SpriteKit actions. What do you think? How out of date is this? Probably very. Yeah, this is not. I'm not going to mention the website because this is terrible. Wow, what a really useless blog post. Okay. That wood knot thing might be the most useful thing you find. When it comes to repairing my fence one day. So do you think it'll work the opposite? When I need to figure out how to repair my fence, it's going to tell me, by the way, that SK Sprite Note thing you wanted to know about. Okay, let's try a different tact. Create SK node action. SK node. Okay, well, if something's going to tell me, it's got to be the developer documentation, right? Getting started with nodes. I mean, I've done all this. I've got my nodes. I've created them already. Already created more nodes. Getting started with actions. Okay. Let me bring this over here. We can all look together. There we go. Okay. When you run an action, SpriteKit manages the interpolation. Fantastic, that it helps. That is good. Change the properties of the node, more the duration. Yeah, got that. Got all of that. Run code when an action completes. All right, that sounds more like it. The run completion method is identical to the run method, but after the action completes, your block is called, but only if the action runs to completion. So mine probably won't because it's going to keep moving forever, right? The action is removed before it completes. The completion handle is never called. That is actually good to know. The following code fades out of sprite by running a fade out with duration action on it, and after the action completes, presents a new scene. Okay, let's take that. That actually does make a lot of sense, right? So, think about this. Let me just paste this in. Just call this one new. Oh, geez. Animate. Rocket. 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 Okay, who's singing the Def Leppard song in their head, Rocket? I know I am, right? Your OBS layers seem to be a little out of whack, by the way. That is barely picking through. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know why? It's way at the back. Hold on. All right, I bet it's not out of whack now. Someone wants to try it. It'll have to be the chat in OBS coming through on Twitch, though, because I still have not figured out how to add my YouTube one yet and combine them. But give it a go. I think I fixed the layers. Thank you. I'm glad you noticed and glad you told me. I had to do by the way, so everyone knows, I had to do a completely new setup because I'm on the new machine. So absolutely everything got test. There you go. Test. Absolutely everything got rebuilt this week. And it's the little things in life, just the little things. Thank you, Coco Type. Appreciate it, buddy. All right. So let move position equal sk action move to, and we'll do the same thing again like I did. You know what? I'm just going to copy it because why am I typing this again? All right. And then we're going to want rocket dot run. Nope, that ain't going to work. Not there. Wait. Ah, crap. Hang on. I'm going to end up with a circular reference here. Let me think about this for a second. Looks good now. Thank you, Kokotai. Appreciate it. I think I just created my own circular reference. Move this back out. Okay. Right. I think now, my brain, I need to focus. The I'm going to send in the rocket. It's going to get to position. It's going to do everything it needs to do, but I don't want to run it here. Yeah. You know what? There's probably actually no reason in the world I even need that. Because why don't I just put that up here for now? Other than everything going wrong, or could possibly go wrong. SpriteKit references circle a lot. I don't see the issue. Mostly squares and triangles, but circles are totally fine. We're favoring the rhomboid programming approach this week, or the parallelogram. If anyone could spell parallelogram. Wouldn't that be great? There you are in a code review one day and you say to someone, I think you got a bit of a parallelogram reference going on there. All right, so what I can probably do, think about this, hang on. So my move position is going to be my action. So down here, a lot of experimentation this week, folks. Rocket, already forgotten. Dot run. Move position. And then just for grins right now, let's just have it print the rocket's position. Rocket dot position dot y. Got a bad feeling. I fucked up, didn't I? Yeah, I'm missing one. Cannot use instant member rocket. Yada yada yada. Yeah, I know. I figured that was probably gonna go. Oh my god, you want me to even try saying that? Parallelogrammatic. Parallelogrammatic? Programming is my favorite coding. I can only say it when I look at it. Parallelogrammatic. Parallelogrammatic version 3. Jeez. Is that from the pragmatic? I'm going to try and say it. This is going to be a tongue twister. Say it with me, folks. Parallelogrammatic programming from pragmatic parallelogrammatic. Oh, for God. Parallelogrammatic programming from Pragmatic Programming Press. If you can say that twice. Well, you know you want to try and say it out loud. I'm sure you're sitting there right now saying it. Okay. Okay, my brain is missing something here. I want to turn move position. In action, but I want to make this part here, this rocket, I want to make that an argument. And I can't remember how to do it. Can I do this? I can't remember. My alternative right now is trying to write Android code. Saying alternative phrases out loud is way more entertaining. You got to write Android code? I'm so sorry. I was telling Nicholas early on, I was writing some Electron code yesterday just to experiment with it. Oh. Thankfully, I have developers that work for me that do the Android code, so I don't have to. Am I just randomly typing words here that don't make any sense? I think I am. I'm going to write this as a function. Let's try this. Func move position. Going to take a node, which is going to be an SK node. It's going to return. Oh, I got it. It's going to return an SK action. Wait, did I have a moment here where my brain got this right? Wait, new action equal SK action. Look at me randomly typing words for no reason and expecting it to work. Android Studios. Ah, see? Nicholas jumped from one chat to the other. He's trying to catch me out. Android Studio is no fun. No, it isn't. Typing random words that don't make any sense is the definition of programming, isn't it? It is in my book. My book, if I wrote a book, which I nearly did once, would have one page that says randomly type stuff until red lines go away and ship it. And that is how Microsoft makes its stuff. Just kidding. All right, so it's going to be a new SK action. No, new action is going to be an SK action, and it's going to be. Oh, I'm so far down the rabbit hole. This seemed easy when I did it earlier. When it just went up the screen, I was like, yay, leave it at that. Okay. And you didn't spot my typo there either. Okay, underscore. And then return new action. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. Rocket.run. Move position. Am I any closer to what I need here? I don't think so. I'll convert value of type SK node. Android Studio is fine. It's the Android framework that sucks. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know enough about either of them. The only thing that makes me happy is that they went with the the JetBrains tools for the Android Studio. So at least it's not completely alien to me. And I've never done any Kotlin. The only Android stuff I did was straight up Java. I've never done Kotlin, so I don't know. All right, tell you what, touch wood, I've never done Kotlin yet. Sure, the day is going to come. All right, cannot convert value of type SK node to expected argument type SK action. Oh, wait, see, I spotted it when the rest of you didn't. Cannot convert value of... I didn't spot it after all. Okay, that is my node, which goes in to here. Wow, what did I really mess something up here? Oh. No, no, no. Oh. See? So this talk about Android Studios got me doing arrow functions now. Oh, good Lord. How embarrassing is that? Okay. One step closer. On the left side of the argument. Okay, so, all right. Let's just call it rocket. And rocket. Okay, one missing argument label rocket. Yeah, I know. Just do that for me, please. Reference to property. Rocket enclosure requires explicit use of self. Ugh. Oh my god. All the red lines went away. You want to bet that I run this and it does exactly the same thing and I'm none the wiser because of it? Well, shoot, look at that. It actually worked. Hang on then. So I don't need this at all. Whew. But here's the thing. I don't know. Is that running after it's left the screen? I'm assuming it is, but I don't know. Let's compare the one before and after and hope for the best. Okay. If it was still running, that final message wouldn't be printed right. Yeah, that's exactly what it's supposed. Based on the documentation, that is my understanding. But how does it know? See, now that tells me, well, okay, if it automatically stops when it leaves the screen, fantastic, that's what I want. However, what if that's what I didn't want? Isn't that what the doc said? It's exactly what the doc said, yeah. He also said drink more water and cut down on fatty foods, but that's a different doc. So, yeah. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to try something. If self.rocket.position.y, we don't know why. And I don't need to type those in yet. I keep doing it. Is more than 1. Right? Off screen. Else. It's an answer that one, right? And then let's now get rid of this one. Okay, so it finished when it stopped moving to that position, right? It sure looks like it. I mean, yeah, it looks like it. Here's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, I'm going to reset the position back now. But I wonder if it'll run again. I'm really concerned about getting stuck in an infinite loop of madness, which could happen. All right. Okay, so if it is, then rocket.position .y equals, we're just going to say 0.5 for now, so that it comes back on, right? Yeah. Okay. That okay. So what I should have done is, before I did all of this, I should have actually written down the bloody number, shouldn't I? Rocket.y self.rocket.y. No, dot position dot y. We don't know why. Okay. I'm going to take that number. I think we can all agree it doesn't have to be quite like that, right? I think we can say that that's close enough. Because in reality, what's going to happen is it's going to reset its position to wherever the gun is at that time once we get that far. For now, I just need that looping bullet going on. God, this is going to get really more complicated. I feel like my spaghetti code, but this long form spaghetti code is the way I do things when I don't know squat about the technology I'm using, which is SpriteKit. All right, let's run it again. Perfect. But I do want that gap back, so we'll make it 6. Actually, you can see right there, look, 0.06. Had I have looked 2 lines higher, right. Here's the problem. Now I want it to run again. So do I risk just, I don't want to call it there again, do I? That sounds like a bad plan. Wrap the entire sequence in repeat forever now? Oh, look at you. That's not a pretty good idea. So, yeah, but... Oh, wrap this one up here you're talking about. Wish I hadn't got rid of that code right about now. Wait. Go back to my notes. Okay. I think I got this. Didn't you have a wait step at one point? I did. Yes, that's just what I was looking at in my notes. But it doesn't go in, it wouldn't go in here. It actually needs to go up here in the call. I don't know if that's going to work. Because this code here is not an action. I had a bad feeling, right? Wait. Let's start typing and see what happens. For duration. Time interval. Time interval 1. Why not? Because I think this is very close to what I had earlier that didn't work, which was the reverse of what I'm doing now. Wait for duration, yada yada yada. That one's nothing. Repeat forever. Ah, okay. Repeat this forever. Okay. Gonna restructure this. All right. Rocket dot run. My brain's hurting. Okay. Wait. Think I typed too much code at once. Hold on. Let's go backwards. That worked, right? We know that worked once. Let's now comment that out. I gotta fix it. I got an overlap with text expander for that. I gotta fix that. I can't multiple comment at the same time on the lines. Okay. All right. Rocket. Dot repeat forever. Move position. Rocket. Rocket. That's what I thought you were going to tell me. So close. Don't you love messing with all new types of things that you've never used before? Randomly hoping they work, and it's worse when they work because it gives you hope. Man, I really want to get this working. I don't want to give up on this. What's the time? Oh my god, no. I want to get this working. Ah. The worst part is, if I get this working, I've now got to wait until the next stream to do the next part, which means I should really do more streams, right? If I did more streams more often, I'd get more code written. I see how that works. Value of type SK Sprite node has no member. Okay. Okay. Run. Gonna run something. We'll come back to it. And then I need my bit, right? So if self dot rocket dot position dot y. I should have just done this in Unity, which would have defeated the whole point of doing this. Self dot rocket dot position dot y. Okay. Go back to this run. I'm gonna. Can I make it a? Can I? You want to bet the answer's no? Oh my goodness. I know, you need a trailing closure past the parameter. So what, I can do it that way then, right? Coco Type says rocket.run, yada 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 yada. Yes, more streams. I know that's the answer. It's like saying, yeah, if you just won the lottery, you could hire someone to do it. All right, I'm going to go with Coco Types here. We're going to try this because I feel like I'm overcomplicating my code, and therefore... Okay. Rocket.run, repeat forever, move position, lots of yada yadas. Rocket. What do you think, folks? What do you think? Of course, mine never has the closure get called because repeat forever. That's true. Let's run it anyway. Should we run it anyway? Yeah. All right. But you know what though? See, here's here's the funny thing. I'm back where my logic in my brain was at the beginning, which was what I want is, if instead of a repeat forever, if I could have something like repeat until. I mean, I know there's a count, but I guess we could try it, right? Even if we just say to it, look, you know, do it once or something. Let's do 5. All right, let's do 1. Hold on. Why did that? I mean, that wouldn't make any sense, right? Okay, 2. I actually don't understand what's going on there. You're going to need something like forever. Yeah, I did a sequence. I'm not sure if he was here for that. The whole thing originally started with a sequence, but the problem was, the same thing. It ran forever, right? Because the sequence kept going. Well, we now learned that it goes off the screen, but maybe I can do a hybrid or something because it never checked it at the end. But now that we understand how that works. I don't think it does keep going off the screen. Well, no, I don't either now. But when the original code that I had, which was a sequence, which was something like, I don't think I've got it anymore. No, I did have a sequence, and at the time I didn't know that it was not running off the screen forever, but I couldn't put anything at the end to execute either, because originally what I thought was, simple thing was run the sequence. When the sequence completes, have it go back to its original location like we do now. But that was not possible, at least in the way that I had it. Does that make sense? Because the sequence completed, which is what we now know is happening, but there was no next step, right? But that was before I knew what I know now. Yeah, exactly. The reset is part of the sequence, because otherwise the sequence completes and it's done. It'll just sit there, right? Whereas what you need is at the end of the sequence, start again, but then it just wouldn't, because it ignored it, right? It completed the sequence. However, we've learned a bit more information since then, right? We now understand that something stops it when it leaves the screen, whether we wanted it to or not. So it may actually be able to work a little differently now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that since it worked, but I'm not going to call it. I'm actually going to now go back and look at this sequence that I had. I'll just retype it. So extension, game view controller, and I had a function. I forget what it was called, so I'll give it a new name. Animate rocket. That is what it was called. Yeah. And it took just, you know, an SK node like so. And then, and I'm trying to figure out my notes here. Give me a second. Okay, so I had repeat forever. I'm just going to start with what I had. Repeat forever. This sequence. Actually, what I can do, instead of typing out the sequence, this now returns the action. So I could just call move position, right? With rocket. So that at least saves me typing some code. Even though things are going horribly wrong. Because apparently I want to type note every time. Okay. Reference to member of repeat forever cannot be resolved with a contextual type. Well, that sounds fantastic. Repeat forever. Sequence. The sequence actually should be an array, so I messed that up. I feel like I've gone around in a loop, but I actually feel better about it this time. And actually what it was, so it should actually be rocket.run, the sequence, right? I forgot that. Sequence. This is needed here. Let's get rid of that line for a minute. There's the actions. That should be the same thing. Yeah, okay. So that's the same thing so far. See, what happened was, it's like, all right, so I'm just going to put anything in the bottom of this. Oh, well, son of a... It worked this time. Last time it didn't do that. Hang on a minute then. Let's go for completely destroying this brand new Supermax CPU, shall we? Because I think what I did, if I remember rightly, and I get that the if statement's wrong. Let's just print it. See, it prints the start, but there's no end, so it doesn't. There's nothing running after that. Does that make sense? Okay. I feel like I'm so stupidly close on this. Anyone? Any suggestion? Gotta be something I'm missing here. Gotta be a way to say, look, at the end of this sequence, do this thing. Gotta be a way. And I thought we were so close to it up here. Wait, maybe we still are. No. That's what it is. Just put another element in the sequence. Yeah, but what? What element? I mean... Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got you. Let's break this down a little bit. Hang on. Yeah, but what though? That's the... We had the bullet, but come back now. I don't know what to put in there though. You know what? Just for grins, I do want to see what this will do. Another function that returns a move to with 0 duration, maybe? Actually, why not? If you used to do that, you could do a reset position, right? Just doesn't need anything, have it return an SK action. Which would be oh well, actually it is the same thing. Yeah. And I got that wrong. It just doesn't feel right somehow. I don't know. It just feels like this. You know when you get that gut thing that says it just feels wrong? It's got a code smell to it. Move, reset position. But is it actually resetting the position of something? I don't think it is, right? I probably should send that in. No. Actually, it doesn't need it. Shouldn't need it. Should we try it? You did move to X instead. Did I? Sorry. You didn't want it to just randomly jump around all over the screen. So I did. So go up and then just somewhere over there or over there. Oh, actually, it should be 0.06. Hey, we're back where we started. We're in the middle. Now we just needed to keep looping. So do we now have it run forever? Well, yeah, actually we do, right? So hold on. Repeat forever. This sequence of actions. Really? Did I type that right first time? The repeat forever goes outside the sequence. Did I put it inside the sequence? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I'm not sure if that'll work though. Oh no, it's okay with it. All right. Get my indentation correct. Repeat forever. Just delete the outer sequence now. I did out. Okay, I think that's before I did it, right? Okay. Let me grab your code here and compare. Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry. You know what? Just take the whole thing. Okay, done run. Repeat this forever. This sequence. That's the sequence. And then reposition. Okay. Dude, we got there in the end. Awesome. Well done, everybody. Thank you, Coco Type, for debugging the shit again. Every week. You know, I should just stop streaming and just like send you my stuff and you can do it in your stream. Okay, so now here's what the next step. Believe it or not, the next step now is to just, okay, the X position needs to be wherever the gun is, right? That should be straightforward enough, right? Fantastic. Okay. See, everybody, that's why you need to go watch Coco Type screen, because he just has this awesome ability to debug my terrible code. And then in return, I just throw him a little bit of Swift UI now and again. Okay. So the reset position now needs to also have a Y. I wonder if an X and a Y. I wonder if I can just do it here. I will have to send in the gun, but that's okay. I can figure that out. Player, because if I do player dot position dot x, I don't think it's going to like that. Extra argument, of course. Is there one that lets me have both? Because I don't want to have to do 2 lines just for this. Whoops. Move by, even better. Well, wait. Relative to its current position. Nope. Really? There's not one with both? Move to an X and Y? I mean, I can do it in 2 separate calls, but I really don't feel like I should have to. You would think that I could just do both right there. What are the odds that I can actually just do this? Rocket dot position dot x equals player dot position dot x. It seems like that's too simple. Yeah, that's what I thought. Way too simple. Pretty sure that's not going to work either. Do I just write it the longhand way and be done with it? Reset. Okay. Refactor, rename. Reset Y position. I think you see where this is going, right? I'm sure there's got to be one way to do this both at the same time, but just getting this working, let's just try it this way. Player dot position dot x. Oh, I think I messed something up. Yep. Okay. Because I don't think you can figure this out. So let's just put player. Okay, no. And then down here, can I send in self player? Oops. No, I'm missing something really silly. I'm flat out determined to figure this one thing out before the end of the day. Oh. Now I've clicked something I shouldn't have done. Okay. Let me make sure that this is even doing what I think it's doing. Here's what I'm going to do for now. Rocket.position.x +1. I'm just going to have it, you know, I want to make sure it's actually doing something. Okay. So it is actually doing something. Player position.x. Oh, this is so hacky. What doesn't it like? I feel like I'm missing the obvious here. Oops. Okay. Oh, no. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, that locked something up real bad. I can't click on nothing. Interesting that that stops the whole dang thing, right? I put that in. Oh, yeah, that that's essentially speed right there. Yeah. Okay, that's a little better actually. All right. think it's a float, right? And then oh wait, yeah. Create argument label and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's why, because it only gets it once. It never changes. All right, that's the problem. It never changes. Why does it never change? Just curious. Does that make any? What does? It should be the same result, right? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So that value is only captured once, probably. So it's, even though it's in the sequence, it's only capturing that number once when it goes in until probably until the sequence is completed, right? So it's essentially the same as just not having that there at all. That's the problem. Let's just make sure. Yeah. So let's do this. Player SK node. Go back up here. And then go ahead and add it. And it's going to be self.player. Oh, well, I actually thought that was going to help. I was wrong. But let's clean up. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I'm so close. I'm sure of it. I think we can clean these up a little. I need that one there either. It only moves once, which is how I know. Yeah, it's not resetting. It's not getting the new position every time. Probably because it doesn't care. It's going to keep running until the sequence completes and then start over. I may have to go away and work on this one a little bit. Figure this one out. Because even if I go outside of the sequence, still I'm gonna do it once, right? Yep, only checks it once. I have to figure that out. I think what I'm gonna do, massive win for today. Coco type, Nicholas, thank you again for your help. I'm gonna leave it there. Got to figure out the one remaining thing I got to figure out is why this X position that it checks for the player here is only checked at the beginning of the sequence and it's never updated. But I'm wondering, actually, hold on a minute. Just had a thought. It runs that when it runs the test. When it runs the touch. I wonder if it's as simple as if I just do this. What about if I have a variable current player X, and again I think it's a CG float, I think. And I know it starts with 0, so 0.0. And then down here I could just current player X equals player dot position dot X. Well, actually, I don't even need to run it there, right? I mean, I could. Run it there. And then instead of that, I wonder if this forces it to, I doubt it, but I'll try it. No, same thing. It is, doesn't. This is only called once. Yep, it's only called once. It's not updating itself. So I don't get no benefit from doing that. Okay, I am definitely going to have to go away and look at this. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you hanging out and helping today. I feel like we got a lot done. We certainly learned a lot about sequences, right, in SpriteKit, so that's awesome. We got a win, something there. Sort of achieved what I wanted, not completely, but mostly. We will continue it from there. I'm going to try and do some research in the week, but I won't change the code until the next stream, whenever that may be. Keep an eye on the schedule. Twitch.tv/CompileSwift. I will definitely put something in there. If I find a solution, I want to do more than one stream a week on this. Try and get this moving forward, and who knows, maybe we might even end up with something half decent at the end of it. Thank you, everybody. Have an awesome end of the weekend, which is all but gone now anyway, certainly for me. Hope you have a good start to the week. We will catch up again soon. Reach out to me, compileswift.com or compileswift on any of the networks. You know the places. And with that, we will leave it there. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.